value.
Yeah. Probably what Richard is doing.
How cool is this background, Amanda? I want it. I know, look at this. Gorgeous.
I feel like I'm about to step into New York right
I
now.
know, it's gorgeous.
Guys, the other day, if I fly to
Where'd
New
you
York,
find it? It's so, oh, gorgeous. I love it.
if I walk into New York, I'm gonna be like, no guys, I ain't going to South Africa. Thank you.
The American government is gonna have to like forcefully remove me. That's how bad it will be.
Check this part at the top here.
Is that my face again, Becky?
Yeah, I need to relocate you guys. Can you come closer? Because I'm paying. Yeah.
No, but I don't wanna be in it.
Why not?
Because I don't have a space for TV or for streaming.
That's nonsense. Come on.
No!
Keep it for Richard, I guess.
Don't you wanna wait for more people to come? And then you can just do like a move around of the room.
Okay, but I don't have this main function on your webcam, and I'm pretty much paying, you know. 'Cause
Okay, you just move it around.
yeah,
What's the word for it?
Fine.
Try.
Sure.
Check it out. This part here I stole from the sponsors.
Yeah, what's happening with the responsive city thing?
I actually spoke, Richard actually spoke to me today. Yesterday. They extended, so he sent me a message yesterday, so I'm not bed, I was sitting sick as hell, like tweeting and putting out the message on there, emailing everybody. But he was saying to me that the people that are doing the reimagined storytelling should actually consider entering responsive cities.
That's the thing though, but because you guys held the launch on the same day.
Yeah, because the reason he says that is because you guys already have a story, like you have an objective. All you need now is to take that and build a website, or build an app, or whatever it is.
Can I build a website? Please.
And literally, that's what you need to
Please,
do.
can I build a website?
That's the responsive cities thing.
Please, can I build a website?
Yeah, so like I'll show you the. Let me show you the stuff.
Okay, I can't build a website, but I can build the content that you can feel.
Let me show you. So what this is literally, so now just to enter, what you have to do is just submit your doc. So just submit your, so like when you submit it for Codebridge, you can submit that to your city. Literally copy and paste. So I'll show you.
How you?
Good, you? Richard showed me this today and I was like, oh my god, that's so clever.
Because
And he said, especially with the number of people, like there's not that
When
many
is it
people
live?
entering
Yeah.
Durban. So whoever will enter will probably get chosen.
I don't know what's in there. I wouldn't go.
But responsive cities, you're going to do the same story.
You can.
You can.
Richard said to me today, what humans do is you take the same story and all you have to do now is build a website or an app to go with it because that's what responsive cities wants.
But
So-
also, you know what for me would work is linking it with the cities, with the new finance from the city.
Yeah.
What, how much the city is spending on education.
Like the data, showing the data. of that,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like when I was looking at that data last week, I was like, okay, I can't really feature it in the storytelling because it's about telling, I'm looking to tell the story of a student. And now even more, we're developing the story to showcase what parents think and feel about this protest. Like
Yeah.
think about student housing and the worry that a parent has in Richards Bay when their child goes to university in Durban and they're forking out 24K on whatever match on student housing. But then when I was like, okay, if I have to focus on the city, what municipality, it means I have to go find out data from Richards Bay municipality, and that's just another mission on its own. I don't want to promote work for me.
Yeah, but why would you have to look at Richards Bay? I mean, wouldn't you be looking at, I mean, just as an example, I walked along Hunt Road the other day and there's a whole building for sale there, the whole block of flats.
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, and so it'd be quite interesting to look at that and also maybe combine some of your work with the bad buildings program that they're running out in the city, where they've got this kind of building stock that's in quite bad state. They want to turn it around and to propose affordable student accommodation. I mean, I know it's not that close to UKZN, but the reality is that this is a suburb and there's only so much stuff available.
Speaking of
You
which,
can have a bus, you know, and the city is quite, there are a lot of facilities in the city that you can use, like internet cafes, and there's the social stuff, and there's bars and music, so.
No, definitely. That's. I think that's the branch on. The one thing, because the thing is, when I came with my partner for the first time, she's like, "Oh, we must do this, we must do this," and I thought. And over the weekend, when I sat back,
It's so much.
there's just so much that we want to do. And when I sat back, I thought, I need to focus it. And the focus for me, there are three elements. One is the student story, and then I realized no one's really asked any parents what they think. No one's really asked.
Okay, so that's really bad going out.
Yeah. So no one's really asked a mother who has to send their child to Ongoy, who lives in Mbangeni, but because only that subject that the child has to study is available at that university campus, she now has to find money to pay for rates, money for grocery, money for airtime, money. So what's the mental impact and the impact from a parent's perspective and from a student perspective? And then obviously, like my partner says, we must have like the timeline of how UKZN transitioned pre-94 to post-94 and the students' intake.
But also with that change, when they merged the universities, I mean, that would also be a big thing, because that changed a lot of things.
Yeah, actually that's a good
also
point.
like because I live in West North, and then actually, because my dad's a teacher, one of his friends was saying to him that Reservoir Hills, like people of Reservoir Hills have come together to do a petition because I think the university wants to provide accommodation for the students in Reservoir Hills because it's closer to UDW. And now the residents are like, no, we don't want that. And they're doing a petition to not allow the
That's an interesting, I don't know.
so you must like find like I think even if you go there and just I'll find out from my dad who's running it and stuff, and you can speak to them and just be like find out their reasoning as to why they don't want it. Like why did they come together and do this petition? Because they were like they messaged my dad last weekend and they were like, would you like to do the petition and blah blah. And he was like why? Why are we saying Westville is not that bad? It's much closer.
Because my friend lived here and had to go to UDW.
Yeah.
She has to catch a taxi to UKZN, then take the bus from Howard
To Westville, yeah.
Then when she's done, has to make sure she's done by 5 o'clock.
So then she
the
catches
last
the bus, yeah.
from Westville comes this side at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. You know, I was starting to stress about. I didn't want to overwork and do too many things on the story.
Yeah, just have like one word for it. Yeah.
So that's my thing, but it's sort of UKZN is really difficult. It's really difficult to get to. No one really wants to give you the contact details of who to
Sorry guys, we're just testing out streaming.
Okay.
live streaming.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
Yeah,
yeah.
we're streaming too.
YouTube. Just to, but I don't think anyone's gonna be watching because we didn't like advertise it.
Yeah.
It's just a test run.
Yeah,
I think
that's
all the ones
awesome.
watching. Yeah. So we're just doing a test run to see how it goes. Because we can do it for like our bigger events as well.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Because a lot of people, I mean, some of my friends,
So-
they have kids or
Can I-
they can't be get away from home on Thursday evening because they've got kids to bath and their girlfriend is doing a spine So I've kind of dragged my boyfriend in.
Yeah.
He's,
So complicated.
yeah, I mean, he's an environmental person more than a social justice type person, but so he's a PhD student, but he is very keen to learn some of these tools and apps and things because he wants to create something a little bit similar for his PhD project, which is looking at compliance and recreational fishing. I hope he doesn't watch this video.
I don't know how
No, we're gonna delete this as soon as it's done, but don't worry.
Because yeah, I don't think that he is as motivated or as interested in these kind of issues as I am. But I've linked up with the collective.
yeah, I'm just gonna check that on YouTube.
And
Hi, that's good. How are you? Hey, how are you? Wait.
Like neighbors living next door to each other.
Yeah.
But where? Where we live.
They know what you mean.
It's just a word.
Up that steep hill.
Yeah, everyone knows that. You know.
The one night I saw a guy run up and down like twice, and I was just like, your legs must be killing.
They do it every day of the week. It's Sunday.
Yeah.
Even over there, it's train at that gym day. They run that. There's like a private training gym. How does it work? I think you can like, as a group, get a private, what do you call it, trainer?
Yeah.
Yeah, like gym.
I know, I need to go to bed.
Why would we? Where do you live?
I live in opposite Davenport.
Yeah, you're in Finland.
Yeah, I know, no, I didn't know what was stuff.
You live opposite Davenport and you've seen Afro circular.
What?
Idea.
Yes, that was a business idea. I had a potion for a franchise. I'm gonna walk down there one day. They do the opens on, yes, we must.
Spoonful each other.
We must go get some
I've been
lunch. Sag. What's that on?
I think it's lagging a bit.
That's terrible.
Like
The maid
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's amazing. I want afros. No, I was obsessed. I want to.
How much options are so boring.
That's really great. I have ways every day.
I have some every day.
Like,
they are.
I'm really broke before I know it. Like,
They
so
just have
nice.
certain amount of owners. I know Roxanne.
And Amazon is so worth it. It's like $40 for rubber chicken.
Don't you get the coleslaw and chips?
If I've ever had a chicken salad, I remember the one day I went there and I was like, and they bought me a huge one. I was like, guys, we want chicken salad.
The audio is how
Volume?
100%.
Is it lekker?
Yeah.
So juicy. I've been getting married like a good day. All my American folks say like so good. So Abs, you're gonna get
A little bit far away.
Yeah.
Where did they pick it up on the camera?
And it's amazing. Like, do you know when they open up in Chris Saunders?
Really? They must just say.
When they open, they opposite yeah, opposite Chris Saunders. Literally, people come to Rivka with it every day.
Yeah.
We used to go get afros almost every day.
Really? Oh,
I'm gonna go to them and say I want
to be. Give me.
We used to get afros all the time. We used to have afro Tuesdays. So like, we used to go there. Every Tuesday we were there.
My friend used to work at the Basil, down there.
Yeah.
And they used to go to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
Mo's
Rigid
all
house.
the time. But Mo's is
Yeah.
amazing. Sure.
We were so excited. We were so excited when afros
Do you know what I was
opened.
because
It's just like the
Yeah, I
best.
just started working.
as much as it's like this kind of
I don't open it.
Oh yeah, that's really cool.
I think it will work in Township.
It has.
Because it's affordable. It's affordable and it's good.
And it's actually like so much better than KFC.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it's all about the local benefits story. It's got to believe that
Yeah.
buying from Afro is going to be better
So
than
it's
for various, I mean, beyond the fact that it's just
And
basic.
music is how do you shape that mindset, like how do you go about it, like telling people. Afro is actually better because when people buy it, are they actually better than the marketing ads? Are they looking at like, what are they looking at? Like, that's my thing. Like, they got the design, they've got the taste, convenience,
Yeah.
We're trying to explore, okay, so we're still trying to the story. Figure out things with so much. I mean, that's like whatever. I mean, people can choose whatever they want. But that's just think about the local things.
Yeah. And that's like Afro is like marketed as like this whole township. Like when you go, okay, I'll see you.
Exactly, so that's why they wouldn't want to go.
Yeah, it's like it's marked like it's like the whole vibe of it when you go to township. You have a little plate, but and those men's cups and everything.
How told you actually about their story? Like, how did this come about?
A friend of mine knows the owner, what's his name?
So Durban.
Yeah. Like I know his face so well. He was always in the shop when they just opened. And like you would see him in the kitchen doing his thing and like it was so cool.
It's such a cool success story.
Yeah, afros from like a little store in the beach.
No, well, it started as one of those food trucks.
Yeah.
Festivals.
And just went crazy, hey.
So that's it. I'll be honest. That's this is the most painful thing. This is what people realize about black entrepreneurs. So I knew Afros as the food truck, right? And then I knew it as the term.
Yeah.
So I was chatting to a girl that does catering and all of that. And she had specialized. I said to her, the black entrepreneurs in catering space always stick to catering for events.
Yeah.
They never branch into a restaurant. They never branch out into franchise. They never branch out into food, mobile stuff. I said to her, here's an opportunity. I'm from 3WA. I'm going to suggest that there's a food court.
Yeah.
You suggest that you will provide savory, and then we sort out who provides the cakes, like Jordan Byrne, she does cakes, Smith Lake Shops and all of that. Those are the people I was thinking of inviting for this expo, so that when people come to this expo, there's food. That's all.
Okay. So you just sent me, I think we've got it, how many minutes do we have?
Yeah, about,
Nine.
I don't know, wait,
There.
3.
Okay, that's fine.
And it's
Fine.
just,
I just wanted a few minutes just to see how it goes.
Yeah.
And you
That's
can't,
fine. Okay.
you can't take the piss
Thank you.
from a person.
Give me your good stuff now.
It's happened so fast, hey?
I
It's
don't
like
know.
in a year.
This
they-
I went to Afro's 2015 when they had the Yellowton at the beach. I was like, yeah, it should be here, and the back of my head and the type. Because of the fact that it's simple. The thing is, you and I want to walk into a place where we can get a really good burger at an affordable, a 23 for a burger, that size, and it's filling, and you get good chips. And how much?
For what's that?
Last time I
The chicken, it's, I think it's about 30 bucks.
Yeah, altogether.
Yeah, together.
Which is, if you go
Because-
to Nando's, it's like 90, is 2 times more than that.
Yeah, that is very festive, so I think it's good for.
Exactly. So my
chicken strip pickles.
I know, I remember the first time I got Afros, I was like, oh, is that something how much is it? It's like, okay, 4 bucks, so straight. And they were like, 5 bucks, I'm gonna do that so much money, like, what's wrong with it? And I get there, and it's like 40 rand, I'm like, what? For this much food? I was like, no. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, Dan used to work, my husband used to work upstairs from the Afros on Churchill's.
Oh, yeah.
So,
That's where I went for the first time. That's what I had.
Dan took my careers. Well, how long that's been?
2 to 3 years.
So I did so use now because
But they've been
it's going to
Back
be
Afros. Let's look at the Afros.
But it's like
Like the one day I know the Durban was having an event on the weekend and I was just like, oh, come visit you guys. I'm like, maybe you get Afros.
Did you used to work at Durban?
Yeah.
You left Durban? I don't think anyone left Durban.
Oh, people leave Durban and just don't say anything about it.
But you did an internship program, right?
Yeah. And then I tried to like find, like I know my manager kept saying to me, try to find like something you'd like to put in. I went for a couple of interviews and stuff like that, but I didn't like it. Not that I didn't like it, it didn't feel right. Like it was just like,
And you knew there were better things out there.
and I was just like, it's funny that like this job, when I first had it, like a friend told me about it, and I was just like so like doubtful. I was like, I don't know. Like I was like, okay, I'll go for the interview. Like I was like, okay, I'll do it. Like, let's see what happens. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get called back. And then I started working, and I was just like, what? This is amazing. I think the thing with even with over here, the thing I like about working here more is the exposure. Like in Europe, you didn't get that much exposure. You were like in your little bubble, and it was this is what we're gonna do from our little bubble. Like here, it's like you're trying to reach out, like you're trying with all your might to like reach out there. Yeah, and just go, like you're pushing yourself to know which is awesome. And then you did it, and it was just like, oh, this is how we use this, we're gonna do it like this way. Which, like, I was just like, ugh. I think that's just I don't know. Like, I know my manager say to me, because like, that's why you think, like, these people are in the training, things like that.
It was a nice place to start out though, because like
It is.
the difference between a very structured company
Yeah.
and the there is a lot of support. I think like you have a manager
Yeah.
who like asks you like where you want to be.
Yeah.
And you have like all of those assistants. And
It's
it's
great.
from there into a small space. Where you
Yeah, I think
really-
if I'd started at Open Data 11, I'd be very lost. Like I wouldn't know, because it's expecting me to do things how I would do
You've got
it.
different, you've got to take initiative.
Yeah, like I have to take initiative and I have to do it. Okay, I'm gonna go. Like I have to have a system and a method of how I would do things, how I would approach it. And if I'd started out, I wouldn't have those many
Yeah,
systems
because you don't have the structure.
because I don't know. So I think that's a great thing because I know I did a lot of what I did it during the year, and like I know I'm like okay, we did this here, but maybe it's work that well. Maybe if I take like a little bit of this and transfer it here, and try using that. So, yeah, it does help. I'm very like grateful for the experience. It was very good.
Free lunch.
Okay.
That's a big group, eh?
Yeah, but before that, I worked for Transcribe Solutions on Community Talk. That was an agency, I don't know if APSA,
Yeah.
I was in ShopRite Group. And then the previous year, I was with the NPO.
Yeah.
Then the previous year, I was in Sport Hospitality. And then the other, trying with different places. But the time you come into your own space or a different space, you kind of know.
I know, yeah. I think that's what I'm grateful. Like I kind of know what I want and like the kind of direction I want to go into. It's pretty cool. Because I like even while I was in college, that's the one thing my parents always pushed me is like go out there, work. It doesn't matter what it is, just do it. And so then you know you have experience. You like experience it, you can exposure to it. Like that's how I worked at my college. I was working at Hardy Boys, the advertising agency. I worked with the small business exhibition center. It was different, like so it was good to work in like different industries to get that exposure. Yeah, that was fun. That was my dream. Like literally when I got it.
This was number one.
Yeah, and then it was Hardy Boys.
And then it was Quirk.
Yeah.
Also.
Quirk is hard to get into, eh? Like
Really?
really.
They had me when I resigned. But I was
It's just like it was. I remember when I got the Hardy Boys position, it was so funny because no one was at home, and I literally didn't know who to tell. And I was like, oh my god, I need to tell somebody. And I was going crazy. I was like, oh my god, I was just so excited about it.
That's actually an idea for the responsibilities challenge. I was thinking like it would be quite cool to do a job, like a slightly alternative job platform.
Yeah.
Like using the storytelling things, go out and speak to a lot of people. Either anonymously or not, it's like, hey, how are you doing? So you go and like almost create profiles of different types of jobs, like a freelance journalist and an economist and a audio technician and like all different types of things. And then look at some different kind of aspects of their work, like freedom, creative freedom, or structure, or progress, or benefits, like a whole bunch of different things. So that young people could go on and you can say like, I want to be outdoors and I want to earn like loads of money and I want to do this, and then it would kind of start matching you with some different things. Not necessarily just like those aptitude things, it would match you with like a job where you could do your mostly outdoors, or a job where you would have like a lot of freedom and also a lot of responsibility, like those kind of things.
That's very cool. That was very cool.
Yeah, I thought it could be quite a simple little tool. It could be quite effective. Like you could incorporate some of the like scarce skills stuff into that. So you can say like a certain job would come up that matches, and you can say like this is quite a scarce skill in Durban. Like the municipality is always looking for economists or electricians or something, and that would be another factor where you can say like okay, I want to guarantee security. Like that's what I want. I want to be able to get a job in college.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest struggle in Durban, and everyone's like, oh, but it's Durban, it's small, and how am I going to job quickly? And then I also think that just people my age in Durban, they graduate, they're just so lazy. They just expect it to be like, here you go, my child. Here
We've been waiting for you.
Just like, here you go, my child.
Do you know
Here's
how
the shop for you.
my intern?
It's too lazy. It's not Rocket science. Yeah.
And I said to her, I need to do social science in this company. She gave me 2 answers.
No, it's just, I feel like people are just so lazy because, like when I got onto the internship at Durban, people were like, oh my friends were like, how did you do that? I'm like, I didn't sit on my ass, that's for sure. Like, I did everything. I did like the smallest jobs to the big. Like, you have to, it's not gonna happen overnight. You have to work for it. And you have to go looking for it. It's not gonna come to you. And that's what people just don't understand.
It's like I wish I could go to the business and be like, oh guys, listen up. No one really cares that you're good.
Yeah.
Because no one believes it.
Yeah.
Yes, I really wish I could do that.
No, and also like I think a lot of my lecturers were so shocked. Like I'm gonna say I was not that student that got in like university. Like I was happy with my feedback. So I was just like, I'll take it. Thank you very much. And like a lot of them were like, oh, what you doing there? And I'm just like, wow. And I don't have to work hard with jobs to show it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that, I mean, I also had a cool job, I think at university, I had like hundreds of jobs.
Yeah.
I taught swimming, I worked in a plant laboratory, like separating out blueberry leaves. Everything, and it's given me a much better idea of the jobs that people have or what
One of exactly one of my jobs.
I said, boys, so become my
Yeah.
innovation.
Yeah.
Because of the access to the maturity.
Yeah.
And I said, the problem is, you've only worked once in the decided to make motion.
Yeah.
You didn't expose yourself
To other things.
Yes. You didn't allow yourself to be led by other people. And you failed to understand people's roles. So you allow arrogance, your creativity, to lead you into arrogance.
Yeah.
That's not true what you do.
Yeah.
It's fine, you have to be smart, you're clever, that's
Yeah.
great. But
Which
not
means
how
you're
you
willing
do
to
it.
learn from
Well,
other
because
people.
you have creativity and you're smart.
With grace.
Association, you're great. You
Yeah.
haven't done this.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, but how come you know this? Because I've been working for years.
Exactly.
But you learn very quickly, like, you know what, no one's gonna, I'm not gonna blow my horn. I'm gonna build an absolute blow, but I'm not gonna blow my own horn.
Exactly.
And you don't, it's very sad.
No, because I remember I was working. Have you heard of HDI's youth marketers? They like a small